All right, welcome to the after show. Please like and subscribe. Ding! Leroy's getting married in a couple of days. We're going to combine this. So Leroy's getting married in a couple of days, and we just found out that the great Robert Redford has passed away.
Yes.
Leroy didn't even know who Robert Redford was, but that's besides
by name. I'm not good with names.
He's an acting legend, and he was in one of my all-time favorite movies.
Captain America: Winter Soldier? Mine too.
No.
No, wait, what are we talking about? He was a SHIELD guy who ended up saying "Hail Hydra," and we were like, "Oh my God,
no,
Hydra's invaded SHIELD."
We are talking about the classic movie from the 80s, Indecent Proposal. Let me just double check the date that was released.
You know what's crazy? Like, that's one of those movies.
I'm sorry, 93. That was out in 93.
I have categories for movies and actors. Like, there's actors who, like, I know their names, but I don't know if I've seen any of their movies. Then there's actors who I'm like, I know I've seen some of their stuff, I just couldn't name it, and I know their names. And for movies, Indecent Proposal falls into the category of a movie that, like, I've heard of the movie.
Mm-hmm. You know the scenario.
I know the scenario, but I've never seen the movie. But I could talk about the movie like I've seen it, which is so weird. I don't know if it's because I've heard you talk about it a million times.
Probably. Pebbles, you saw it, right?
I did.
Okay.
Long time ago.
I just wanted to bring that up in this episode of our after show because I'm curious how the married men, soon-to-be married men in this group, how they would answer this question. And I know it's cliche, but we're paying tribute to Robert Redford here. So in the movie, in case you haven't seen it, Robert Redford is this like gazillionaire. And he's got a ton of money, but he's not married, no girlfriend. And Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore play a married couple who are down in their luck. Woody Harrelson's an architect, and he's built this property but ended up losing it in the recession, and they needed money to get the property back.
Yeah.
So they go out to Vegas to try to, like, gamble and win.
Well, that's a plan.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's when you know you're down in your luck. When
Right.
you're like, well, let's just try and gamble and make some money for this.
So as they're in Vegas, they run into his character, Robert Redford's character. John Gage is his name. How I remember
John
this,
Gage.
I have no idea. And John Gage falls in love with Demi Moore's character, like, immediately. She's beautiful and whatever. And they meet. He invites them to a party he's having in his suite. And they just having random conversation about him having businesses and how he's rich and he's got all this money, but he doesn't have what Woody Harrelson's character has. He doesn't have love. He doesn't have companionship and all this. So then he threw it out there and said, if I were to offer you $1 million for one night with your wife, what would you say? And of course, at first they're like, absolutely not. And then he comes back and says, well, you're saying that because you're thinking it's hypothetical. What if it's real? What if I put $1 million on the table right now and say, I want one night with your wife? What would you say?
And they're financially destitute.
They're like completely broke, lost everything they've had. And at first, Leroy, I see you shaking your head. At first, they were like, no, time to go. Nice to meet you. See you later. But later on that night, as they're laying in bed, they're thinking like about
those bills,
about everything they could do with the money. And the fact that Demi Moore is like, listen, I can do this and never think of the guy again. Like, it's just a transaction is pretty much what she's saying. Like, I can do this, you can do this, we can do this.
Pause real quick.
Yes.
Aren't you like putting yourself in the scenario and wanting to throw up right now?
Yeah, I'm still shaking my head. Like, I don't care.
Like, I'm getting mad at my wife.
Can we?
It's what Demi Moore said.
This was done, you said, in 93?
1993.
Okay, let's increase it for inflation.
Yeah.
Like, really, let's at least
10?
get... I was going to say 5, but yes, let's go with 10.
Let's go to 10 million. 10 million.
Oh, my God.
No. Stop it.
Okay.
Don't sell yourself out. Don't sell out.
All right,
No.
Hold on. All right, but let's not just say no right away. Let's think about this here, okay? The night would come and go, like what John Gage says, the night would come and go, but the money could last a lifetime and would last a lifetime.
I can't, because that lifetime would be me like starting fights for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. so
Laying
it's
by our pool because we ain't got no financial worries. But I'd be like, I'd be like, how you like that pool?
Yeah.
So it's interesting you say that. So essentially, if anyone who has not seen the movie, That's what happens. So they go through with it,
Yeah.
and at first,
and she had
they're
sex
all
with him
happy,
after one night. Was sex part of the equation,
Yes.
or was it just like,
Yes.
oh, see, if it
Sex,
was like,
yes,
Bugging.
if it was like, let me try and wine and dine your wife,
it was both.
yeah, well, I'd be like, go ahead, try and wine and dine her, and then I say to her, I'd be like, don't sex with them, don't kiss them, none
So
of
I
that
think
stuff.
I think she was just expecting like sex, but then it
Right.
turned into he was like,
Yep.
you know, he
Brought her
got
to a
lot of
boat.
money. Right. He was trying
Yep.
to romance her.
So essentially, what ended up happening was the night did come and go, and at first everything was fine. But then, what you were saying, Ramiro, ended up happening. Woody Harrelson couldn't let it go. He couldn't get it out of his
Yeah.
head. Eventually, he wanted to know what happened that night. How was it? Was the sex good? And she couldn't lie. So her response was, "It was.
Ah,
It was good."
She should have lied.
I know.
for real.
No.
She'd have been like, no, it was trash.
That's
what are you talking
ruined
about?
it all. As soon as she said it was good, because now in his
like
head,
what good came
Right.
out of her saying
Yeah.
yes?
right.
When really, if she had said no, you
Yep.
know.
And
That
like,
sounds like a really nicely dressed up pimp hoe interaction. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I'm all set. $10 million, I'm good.
right?
I'm good.
But you've been leading up to this wedding. The biggest thing that has been stressing you out.
We'll figure it out.
Is money.
We'll figure it out. But we're not going that
What
route.
if
Like, come
Tina?
on.
What if Tina sat you down and was like, listen,
Then there's no wedding.
Wow.
There would be no wedding.
There's
If she-
only fans.
Yeah, like if she said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about, this person wants to give us $10 million, but I got to spend a night with them." Well, go spend the night, keep the money for yourself, and it's over. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. There's more to life than just the come up when it comes to money. There's way more than life. And I would be like you, Ramiro. I'd be in the trenches in my mind, in the gutter.
Oh my God.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
that
No,
night I'd just be crying. Like I
don't
wouldn't
mean
be.
to
No,
laugh,
that's exactly
but
what
this is
happened.
funny.
Yeah.
No, the
I'll be
whole
in the-
night. He was up all night sweating. He was like, I
Yeah.
just can't believe what just happened. Like, what am I
How do
doing?
you just like go to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, my wife's on a date with a dude smashing a billionaire or whatever. I'd be in the fetal position crying.
Yep.
Hell no.
No.
I wouldn't be able to.
What if they made an arrangement that while she was out doing this, that he was able to go out?
No, I still, you think in your head, you throw out those scenarios, but I'm not like that. I'm not. No.
I think most guys
Damn,
aren't
just
like
throwing it
that,
out
but most guys aren't willing to admit that. Like even if they were given the opportunity to do the same thing at the same time, I believe there are a lot of guys who would be like, no, I'm not interested in that either. But
So like if a really, really rich, attractive
Yep.
woman
Yep.
came and said $10 million for one night with Leroy,
Oh.
you wouldn't do it?
no, I'd be
That
like,
I
no,
do.
thank you. You're lying. You're lying. I can tell. I can tell. I don't believe you.
I'd be like, it means nothing. It was trash. I don't even, no, what are you talking about? No, it's like I was sleeping. I wasn't even awake. It was like, it was nothing.
So, Ramiro,
It was-
I'm assuming you're saying the same thing with Nicole.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would not. I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't care. I would. The furthest I would go is I'd be like, let him wine and dine you. Let him try. I would trust her not to do anything. I'd be like,
Right.
and then collect the check and come home.
See, I wouldn't even do that. I'm not playing those games. Yeah, let them wine and dine. Yeah, no. What are we doing? And then what is it going to turn into a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Oh, I'd be like, remember when that sucker tried to win you from me and we got $10 million? But if it was I wouldn't be able to handle the sex thing. Because you know why? Because humans are designed. We are designed to always have, I don't know if it's like a survival instinct thing, but to always think of like a negative scenario and to kind of catastrophize stuff, right? So if you are all set financially, in theory, you're like, oh, I will have no problems. I'll be happy all the time. No, you're going to think of something that's going to upset you. And the thing that you're going to think about that's going to upset you is how you got all this money.
Oh
every
my
time you go
God.
on vacation, every time you buy something new and shiny, and no matter, you're always going to be like, yo, this is dirty money.
Listen to
And
how upset he
this
is, like it's happening.
I am getting so mad. It's not dirty money. It is dirty money. This is vagina money. I can't handle it.
We got about 30 seconds left. I just want to, speaking of 80s movies,
Yeah.
I saw Miss Doubtfire for the first time over the
Oh my
weekend.
God, Leroy!
Oh, that movie's
First time.
hilarious.
Well, okay, first time, but can I just say this? His wife is one of the most despicable characters in movie history.
Why do you say that?
Because let's not front.
I mean, okay, go ahead. 'cause
You,
I have my own. Yeah.
she was already dealing with the other dude, 007.
No, she
yes, she
was
was.
not.
It happened
They
way
hadn't
too
met
quick.
yet.
No,
well, they
it-
met, but they hadn't seen each
He,
other.
he was a crappy husband, but he was a damn good father.
Right, and to
He
make
was.
it so that he had to have visitation was
That was
stupid
wrong.
to me. But I'm telling you, if you watch it again, I'm like, oh no, she already had a relationship going on with what's his name, Pierce. What's
Pierce Brosnan.
She already had a
Yeah.
relationship going on because they got together a little bit too quick
No,
for
but
me.
they knew each other though.
Yeah,
But in the past, they hadn't reconnected. They just reconnected when he saw that she was an interior designer or whatever it was she was, and he wanted her to do his work.
I was so mad at her the entire movie. Good
Sally
movie though.
Field.
It was
Oh,
good.
it was a great movie. It would be frowned upon in 2025,
Oh, my
but it
God.
was
Yeah, no, I know.
hilarious.
That was a good
Poor
move. Robin
thing.
Williams was such a good dad.
Man had to dress up and apply as a nun to see his kids,
and
and
how
he
did they
didn't.
not know it was him?
He
Really?
didn't do anything wrong.
Like, come
He
on.
really did. He was
Listen, he was not
He was
a good
chaotic,
husband.
yes.
Yeah, but he was a great dad. The
But
kids
that's
loved
not
him.
a reason to stay with somebody.
But it's not a reason to give the guy visitation
No,
and
Right.
act like
I
he,
agree.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that. That was wrong.
If
for
anything,
sure.
she could take advantage and be like, yo, I got this new, well-off, good-looking husband.
Yeah.
Let me leave the kids with him on the weekend so I can go do my, couples thing. But no.
Long story short, she had a side piece. That's all I'm saying.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.